He's quoted here, "The U.S. economy will require large and increasing amounts of minerals from abroad, especially from less developed countries. That fact gives the U.S. enhanced interest in the political,
Mm-hmm.
economic, and social stability of the supplying countries." Supplying
Lesser
countries.
developed countries are supplying countries.
Wherever a lessening of population pressures through reduced birth rates can increase the prospects for such stability, population policy becomes relevant to resource supplies and to the economic interests of the United States. Now, that is really important.
That's huge.
Because that literally that explains even things like the China one-child policy. When you look at all of these organizations being created in the 70s, well, the one-child policy was put in, I believe, in 1979. So all of these things came out first. And I know you have that
something on that.
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
Sure. Okay. So I just literally, I was like, I searched up Club of Rome and one-child policy. That's it. And it said, yes, the Club of Rome played a significant role in influencing China's one-child policy. The Club of Rome's neo-Malthusian population theories, which predicted population crisis and advocated for stringent population control measures, when introduced to Chinese leaders through a systems engineer named, it's spelt Song. And then it's Jian, so I'm not Song Jiang. He was working in missile and aerospace science, attended the 7th Triennial World Congress of the International Federation of Automation Control in Helsinki in 1979, where he first encountered cybernetic-based methods of population control inspired by the Club of Rome's work. Upon returning to China, Song and his associates applied these theories to China's specific circumstances, leading to the implementation of the one-child policy in 1980. So it's interesting because it's like we already don't like the depopulation narrative. I'm assuming all of us don't who are listening to this. And we know now where it comes from. It's actually hugely, if you guys want to look into the Club of Rome, it's huge on promoting things like Thomas Malthus, where it's just like limits to growth. There's too many people on the planet and we don't have creative minds apparently that can solve these problems. So we just need to kill ourselves. It's like we were mentioning in episode back about the World Wildlife Fund and how Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, actually I had it written somewhere in my notes as well that they were connected basically to this depopulation agenda. But it's like, so even all the time people will go like, well, no, like George Soros was clearly an asset for China, but it's like, no, China was an asset for George Soros and the Club of Rome.
Amen. Oh my God.
So I'm like, I feel like people kind of get that a little bit around, but it's like, we just need to figure out, okay, so if we put in the work to figure out where all these families, these top families come from, the Rockefellers, the George Soroses, if we're trying to put in the work of what these think tanks are, right? It's like, okay, so where is that being played out upon other nations? Are we giving them our bad ideas instead of the other way around? And yes, of course, there's bad actors. So you'll have people like, what's his name, Maddie? The Zhou Ziyang.
Oh, Zhao Ziyang.
Zhao Ziyang. You'll have people like Zhao Ziyang that'll gravitate to the bad ideas and try and implement them. And actually, that's exactly what was happening at the time of the Tiananmen Square massacre.